Marilyn Hyder, Kogo News.
The suspected New York City bomber was born in Afghanistan, then became a U.S. citizen. Now Republicans are attacking the U.S. government's immigration screening process over it. Global security specialist Robert Caltabiano is with us on the Kogo News Live line. And Robert, are the Republicans right, or are they playing politics?
I don't know who's right or wrong, and I don't really even want to look into politics of it. I think we really want to look as the citizenship of it ourselves. And what can we do? If we keep looking at our politicians all the time, I think we're going to wind up in places that we really don't want to wind up in.
So, then let me ask this: is our immigration screening process working? Is it good?
I think that if you really look at it in a nutshell, I think everything needs to get better. I think we can always get better at what we're doing. And I have many friends in the Border Patrol, and those men and women are overtasked. It's just a daunting job down there. I live in Texas, and, just like in California, we deal with this all the time. But it's the way that you deal with it. It's the actions behind it. And sometimes I think that Washington, being so far away, doesn't get it.
So, so we've, of course, with Donald Trump, been talking about illegal immigration. I know that there have been reports that there are terrorists who have gathered in Mexico with the thought that they could come across the border. What are we doing wrong, and what are we getting right?
I think let's look at what we're doing right. Number one is that you and I and everybody else, your listeners, we're having a dialogue about it, where the American people need to understand more. I think the more that, programs like what you're doing, the more you're talking about it, the more people can understand it. Maybe the more that they can get involved to say, hey, what is going on here? What can I do? I'm getting it wrong. I was speaking the other day. A lot of our systems are antiquated. Let's just take a look at the fingerprinting process. And it's not law enforcement's fault. It is the process of what we had. We went from paper fingerprinting. You watch Dragnet the old days, where somebody had their fingerprints done on paper, to now computerized. And that whole process has taken, I believe, longer than what the law enforcement people, what the immigration people really wanted. And so with a country of 300 million people, people do fall through the cracks. It's going to happen. Can you stop everybody from coming across the border? No, in my opinion.
Well, so I do apologize for interrupting. So we can't stop everybody from coming across the border, but we can minimize.
I think we can minimize as best as what the process is going right now. And can we get better? Absolutely. You got to remember one thing. I think your listeners want to remember: law enforcement tries to be right 100% of the time. Okay, and the thing is that nothing is perfect, and so what do we do today may be different than tomorrow. But I can tell you that is with people coming across, good people, bad people, it's very hard to distinguish between the two. And so I think what we really want to look at is the process. What can we do? Is a wall going to stop it? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows, because it's never happened in that way. So we have to take a step-by-step approach. But the problem is it's too slow. And so you are going to have people that are coming here that want to do harm to our country. That's a fact. That's happened, whether it's legally or illegally. It's happened both ways.
All right. Global security specialist Robert Caltabiano is with us here on the Kogo News Live line. We appreciate the time. And, a lot of questions as we talk about taking in Syrian refugees, as we are concerned about what's going on across the border, and a conversation that it will continue. Kogo News Times 516.